I am solo dolo today, fam. How we feeling? Gosh, my hair looks crazy right now. Um, like, drop a like, comment down below. Make sure you do the poll tonight. I am solo dolo. Zach is not feeling too well. Messaged me last night saying he had a fever. So prayers out to him. Hopefully he feels better and is back stronger next week. Say what's up in the chat if you are here. I see Dan. I see Hazelnut. I see Steel Mob. Shout out. LT Gray, how we feeling, y'all? As always, man, we appreciate each and every one of you that always comes through to our live streams here today. Obviously, we are doing it. Normally, we would have done a sleeper. Not a sleeper, excuse me, an underdog draft here with Zach today. But I wanted to ask you guys what you wanted to do. That's why I have the poll up tonight. You know, obviously there's a couple different options today, and with the live stream, it technically says we're doing a live draft, meaning technically we're supposed to be doing an underdog draft, but I want you guys to make the decision. Since I'm solo dolo today, I'm happy to really cater to what everyone is doing. Also, if we can get, please drop a like. If we can get up to, I feel like we can get up to at least 40 likes. If we can get up to at least 40 likes, I can definitely pop both a sleeper mock draft and a best ball drafts. So all love, man. We appreciate each and every one of you. Send Zach some messages over there on Discord if you have a minute. What's happening, Russian? LT Gray, Stain. Appreciate each and every one of you. And if you guys want to join a mock draft, I'll tell you how to do that right now. Link in the description below, and link is going to be in the chat. Usually Zach does that, so let's get you the link here. All you have to do is join our Discord, go to Fantasyland tab, and then go to the content releases. That's exactly how you can join this mock draft. Go there, and that's where I'll be posting the link to the mock draft, whether that is best ball or redraft on both of our channels, Dynasty and redraft. But yeah, let us know. I see the poll right now. Looks like a sleeper mock is in the lead. Obviously, want to give the people the time and option to vote. I think that's pretty crucial. I know the NBA draft, the actual NBA draft is live right now. I wonder if I can pull that up as well. I hope that the sound doesn't come through. Let's see. Let's just see what that looks like. Let me just mute that really fast. See if that affects. I wonder if anyone, Victor Wembanyama, where he's gonna go. I mean, clearly, it wasn't it. The Spurs has the first pick. Obviously, the pick is in. Everyone's kind of predicting that Victor Wembanyama, if I'm saying that correctly, is going to be taken. And obviously, the commissioner is coming up right now. I don't want to unmute it. I'm just watching that right now. I mean, it has to be him. Imagine they give him the Ooga Dukes. Yeah, it's Victor. Congratulations going to the San Antonio Spurs. Victor, who's your mama? All right, looks like it's going to be a sleeper mock draft today here, guys. I'll drop a sleeper mock link. Let me just create that really fast for you guys. I should already have it up. Let's see. Just name this really fast as well. 23/6/23. Okay. I'll drop this link once again. Join our Discord, link in the description below. Go to Fantasyland tab, then go to content releases on the far left. That's exactly where I'll be posting a link to each and every one of the mock drafts that we're going to be doing, whether it's for our Dynasty channel or our redraft channel. So definitely go check that out, and I'll send that link here in 3, 2. There you go. That link is out. All right, as we let people kind of trickle in here. Let's see how it goes, and I need to change. I haven't done a live on by myself, me with this setup in a long time. So let me turn off that on the underdog lower third there. Let me just fix this up just a little bit. I know I did that a couple weeks ago, but it just feels different here, which is cool. Couple spots left. Here, let's put it in the other link as well. In the other one. The Dissy. Just so everyone has the opportunity to join. All right. 3 more spots, it looks like. This is obviously 1 quarterback redraft mock, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, tight end, 2 flex spots, and we're gonna do about five bench spots. So if you guys keep that in mind. And you're at the 102. Let's go. Come on. All right. Looks like we are all filled up. Once again, 1 quarterback redraft mock. Let's do what we do. Wow. Come on, Dan. Got in at the 107. You love to see it. I'm at the 109. Let me know if you guys can hear me, if there's not too crazy audios. But I think we should be all good here. Yeah, Victor #1, man. That's awesome. I mean, if you are a Spurs fan today, I mean, this is what you were waiting for. This is kind of the whole story. I'm interested. I mean, I don't know much about the NBA. I'll be honest with you. So I am very interested to see who else is going to be going and if they're going to be a massive impact. I mean, you guys let me know who is the next 3-4 picks that could be making a massive impact here. All right, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Christian McCaffrey, Travis Kelce at the 104. Look, this is no surprise. Zach obviously released a video saying the Travis Kelce strat. I think he even was mentioning it at the 106, but he goes here at the 104. I think, that is as early he could potentially be going, which I'm not opposed to it. Cooper Kupp, Tyreek Hill, Bijan Robinson, Austin Eckler off the board. And I think for me, every single day, I'm going to go CeeDee Lamb. I've kind of been talking about how I'm going to be going wide receiver over these running backs. I feel a lot more comfortable. I think the depth at wide receiver kind of fizzles out really early, and I can get some of these mid to late running back strategies. Just feels a lot more comfortable this year. So Russians at the 12, love that. Kelce at the 104. Yeah, Dan. I mean, look. We've seen it in best ball. I mean, we've seen it in the best ball draft, if I'm not mistaken, 2 nights ago. Zach and I were in one, and I'm pretty sure Kelce went at the 104 as well. So, I mean, it definitely makes sense. It feels comfortable, and it is, Travis Kelce historically has been the tight end 1 for the past 3-4 years, or not 3-4 years, but has the numbers to really excel in these other positions, kind of like the wide receiver or the running back. So I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Jonathan Taylor, A.J. Brown, Stephon Diggs, Garrett Wilson. Now Styles on the clock. Styles, you have a new profile picture. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember you used to have like something else there. All right, Davante Adams goes off the board. I just released a video last night talking about why I'm going to be fading Davante Adams this year. Obviously, a lot of question marks with the quarterback, a lot of question marks of what that offense is going to look like. And Davante Adams, last year, Derek Carr was 7th amongst quarterbacks with 20-plus yards passed down the field with 38 attempts. Davante Adams was 1st amongst wide receivers, catching passes with 20-plus more yards, and Jimmy G was ranked 31st in pass attempts last year with over 20 yards or more. Davante Adams gets a lot of work in the air within. Sorry, let me just make a pick before I really mess up here. I'm going to take Jalen Waddle here. Davante Adams gets a lot of deep ball passes, 20-plus yards or more, led the league in that category. So I just don't see a scenario where I feel comfortable taking him as a top 10 guy, a top 9 guy. I mean, according to community right now, he's wide receiver 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he went 10 here. So he's getting lower and lower, it looks like, which is, in my opinion, is good. I feel more comfortable taking him around the 209 to the 211. If he falls there to a good value, I'm happy to take him there. All right. They still have Victor on the screen. The Hornets pick is coming up here. Don't really know. Somebody's on the phone. Brandon Miller, forward from Alabama, on the phone right now. He's smiling. I wonder if that is the pick here. Let me see. Brandon Miller going to the Hornets. Not sure who that is, but hey, if you're a Hornets fan, shout out to him. Shout out to you guys. Steel Mob, you try to get in. Sorry, brother. Definitely next time. Yeah. See, once you get past the potential RB1 strat, yeah, I agree, Stain. I just feel a lot more comfortable grabbing these wide receivers early, solidifying that, because it just feels like you're not going to get a top tier guy. You know, you want to get these top tier guys where you kind of feel like you can get at least a top 10 finished running back, maybe in the 4th round, 5th round. That just feels a lot more comfortable. You know, I mean, Ramondre Steve. I mean, actually, I'm not gonna talk about some of these running backs, but there's a lot of running backs here still available that I believe can finish still as a top 10, at least top 12 running, have a top 12 finish. So I feel really comfortable drafting the running backs later rather than early. Now, there are 3 running backs I would personally take if I were to go that route, and that is Christian McCaffrey, Austin Eckler, and Derrick Henry. Those are the 3 guys I feel really comfortable taking within the first round, honestly, if I really wanted to do that strat. But other than that, I'm always going to go wide receiver here, and so many opportunities for running backs to be a top 12, have a top 12 finish instead of getting, CMC obviously has a top 5 upside, top 3 upside, obviously, with Austin Eckler, and, you can put in the category of JT, Bijan, and everyone else. But I just feel a lot more comfortable with the wide receiver room there. Yeah, Bijan going at the 107. That's kind of where he's been going most of the time, either before Austin Eckler or after Austin Eckler. So at the 107, I would say to the 109. That's kind of his range right now. So that feels really comfortable. So Jalen Waddle, Saquon, Devonta Smith, Nick Chubb, Henry, Mahomes, Olave. Got a little run of quarterbacks with Hurts and Josh Allen, Najee Harris, T. Higgins, Mark Andrews. I was kind of getting excited there for Marky Mark to see if he was going to fall to me. But let's see what Dan does here at the 107. Has Bijan and Devonta Smith. He goes Calvin Ridley, and there goes Ramondre Stevenson. That just makes a lot of sense there. And a guy that I've kind of been raving about, that I'm really excited, and I'm happy to take him right here because I do not believe he's going to come back to me, and that is Amari Cooper. I am an advocate for drafting Amari Cooper in the 3rd round and taking, his teammate in the later rounds, just depending on how you really want to construct that strategy and do that. But I'm taking Amari Cooper, had a top 12 finish. That was with Jacoby Brissett. The history with Deshaun Watson, obviously with DeAndre Hopkins, having Brandon Cooks and Will Fuller all finishing as a top 15 wide receiver at some point in time. I feel really confident with Amari Cooper and Deshaun Watson taking the next step in this offense. Just, there's no doubt in my mind, I feel like he can be this guy with Deshaun Watson. So I'll take him there. All right, DK Metcalf off the board. Travis Etienne. Let's see what Russian does here at the 12. So he gets to stack with Stephon Diggs, Joe Burrow, and then he goes Jahmyr Gibbs. I like that. I like that stack there. And Jahmyr Gibbs is a really good guy. A really good option right there that I was even considering taking with all the options on the board here. Let's see who comes back to me. Yeah, I think Jacobs get a lot of work. I think so as well. I mean, he went here at the 212. I see a lot of opportunity coming for Jacobs. And, hey, it'll be kind of crazy if he does miss that time, if he's not going to be starting for the season, if he is going to be holding out. So it's going to be very interesting to see what that looks like coming into this year. But I do believe he should be back onto the field. Obviously, it's pretty obvious, but a massive regression candidate this year. You know, finished top 3. I think led the league in, was second in attempts, was first in yardage, if I'm not mistaken, this past year. So, I mean, I think we could see a little bit of regression. But I think where he's getting drafted right now still feels very comfortable. What's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. RB9 off the board. That feels comfortable taking him right there. Okay. Now, this is a tough spot, man. This is a tough spot, man. I wasn't expecting Debo to be here. I guess I'll take Debo. I was hoping for Keenan Allen. I thought me leaving Debo on the board, I'm happy to take Keenan Allen there. Look, as much as I kind of been saying, hey, who's going to be the quarterback? What's going to be happening there? I mean, getting him at the 4-4, I think feels really comfortable for me. So I'm happy to take him here. Getting my 4th wide receiver off the board. Goes DeAndre Hopkins there. Kenneth Walker. I think Zach is still sleeping, man. Feel bad. Be getting sick. It's not okay. Not okay. Shout out to the 25 people watching. If you could drop a like, man, that'll be really appreciative. If we can get up to 35, what did I say, 30 or 35 likes, if you can drop a like, we'll definitely pop off a best ball draft right after this. If you don't know, we do have a partnership there with Best Ball. If you use the code LAND, LAND, use the code LAND, and you can get your deposit match up to $100. If you deposit 20, they'll deposit 20 into your account, which is awesome. So that really helps us out, helps the algorithm, helps other people find us. It goes Drizzy Drake. Yeah, Styles Zach messaged me last night saying he had a bit of a fever, that he wasn't feeling too well. So hopefully he's doing all right. I think just not 100% right now. Yeah, Stains. Brandon Miller, number 2. Once again, I don't know much about basketball. I mean, if Zach was here, he'll definitely be buzzing about that. Not necessarily sure what that means for the Hornets. But sure, I mean, that sounds exciting. Let me see if I can pull up like a list really fast. Maybe I can just pull up KO and just see who goes. Let me know who gets taken third, because usually what Zach tells me is that the NBA draft really is like, like maybe like the first 5 to 7 picks. That's what really matters. Then it kind of falls off. Looks like someone just got taken here to the Trailblazers. Scoot Henderson. No idea who that is. He's a guard, though. 6'2", 195. Interesting. NBA, man, is just... I love the NBA. I just feel like I would never... I think I can never catch on to like the hype throughout the season. Here we go. Why is the 106 not taken? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Hey, you tell me. I mean, now that Lamar's off the board, I mean, Jerry, let us know if you're in the chat. Maybe you could put it in the chat here. Why are you not taking Lamar? What happened? He's a shooter. Like and subscribe. Thank you, Fancy Dog. We appreciate you, man. Dame getting some help me. Yeah. That's exciting. Dame going to Miami. What's that mean? Don't know what that means, but what I do know is Chris Paul got traded to the Warriors. I saw that. And Ryan Poole's going to the Suns. what I do know, what I have heard is that obviously wasn't Poole have had beef with Draymond, and then all this other stuff was happening. Maybe that's a big reason why they traded away Poole. But wasn't Poole really young? Why am I going to trade Poole away to get a Chris Paul who's what 30, nearly 40 years old? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. All right, Christian Watson. You got a little stack here from Matigre with Herbert and Mike Williams, DJ Moore, Joe Mixon, Jerry Jeudy, J.K. Dobbins, Justin Fields off the board. Trevor Lawrence. Here goes George Kittle. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I can see why I shouldn't have taken Debo there. That's frustrating. You know, I'm gonna go running back here. I mean, I really like Dameon Pierce. Let's get Dame. Let's get him here. So apparently, who's on the clock right now? The Rockets. So Victor, Miller, Henderson. Now the Rockets on the clock. Rockets and then Pistons coming up next. Let's see what that looks like for these guys. Miles Sanders, man. So 102, 107, 112. So 102 has Chase Watson, DJ Moore with Pollard. Hurts is a nice start. 107, Bijan, Kenneth Walker, Smith, Calvin, Trevor Lawrence. And 112, Joe Burrow, Stephon Diggs, Garrett Wilson, Gibbs, Madison, Dallas, Goedert. Let's see. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. RB21 there. It goes Brandon Ayuk. And that's what I was saying. I wish I didn't take Debo. Maybe I would have taken D-Hop, taken the opportunity there. And I also wish. Actually, that's okay. I like Deontay there. Guy that I really like. I mean, Calvin went at the 3-7. You can get Christian Kirk 7 rounds. 3 rounds later. I'm a big believer in Christian Kirk. I'm not saying he's going to have a massive season. I'm not saying he's going to be a top 12 guy, but him being my wide receiver 5 here, and he can be an amazing flex option or even a low end wide receiver 2, in my opinion. I think really, really is a good value there. I mean, Calvin really went to get a 3-7. I'd take Kirk at the 6-4. I love Calvin, but I think Christian Kirk is a value for sure. Staines, what team are you again? Oh, Staines, obviously 108. Duh. Cam Akers is a good pick. I wanted to see how far he fell, so I think that's RB22 right now because I think Madison was 21, Cam Akers 22. Definitely would have been my next pick if just to kind of test the waters, but I wanted to see where Cam fell. So the early 6th here feels comfortable. Maybe I'm probably where you have to take him. It goes Kyle Pitts. James Conner. All right. You know, James is an interesting pick there. I mean, getting Nick Chubb, James Conner, I think that's actually really good. You know, especially with that high upside, especially with Kyler Murray not being there the early part of the season. It's not bad. It's really not bad. Any news? Any news today on anyone? Let's see. Chuck Clark tore his ACL. I saw that. Yeah, that was pretty big. I mean, how old is he though? Isn't he like in his late 30s, mid 30s? Excuse me. So, and that sucks for the Jets. But I guess the Jets, he was a depth piece anyway. Kareem Hunt being patient with the running back market. You know, you're gonna be waiting for a long time, brother. Darnold over Lance. Yeah, I saw that. We were talking about that yesterday. Um, that just seems wild, you know, and especially we were talking about that yesterday on our Dynasty channel, and in a Dynasty perspective, it's actually so frustrating that if that is truly the case, if Brock Purdy is projected to be the starter, but Sam Darnold is ahead of Trey Lance right now, it seems like we're never going to see Trey Lance on the field if those rumors are true. Obviously, they could be smoke. It could be whatever. I mean, we also have to remember Sam Darnold, first-round draft pick. If I'm not mistaken, he was the first-round draft pick of his class. Correct me if I'm wrong. He went to the Jets. Terrible upbringing in that organization. The talent is there for Darnold coming out of college, for sure. Just didn't have the right tools, the right people around him, and that was always been the conversation. So I think he is a talented quarterback, only 26 years old. To chilling the courtside with Kittle and CMC. Look, if you're a Trey Lance owner in Dynasty, I'm sorry. You know, I wonder if, let's see what his value is right now in the community. I mean, people were taking him in our Dynasty starters at like the sixth round. Let's see if Trey Lance right now, QB 23. According to the community right now, you can get a late first for him in 2023 if you haven't done your draft. Let's see a 2024 pick. Probably not. Okay. That's tough, man. That's a tough one. If I haven't done my draft, I'm willing to send that first. I doubt anyone is going to do that. But I'm just not sure if I want to keep him on my team whatsoever. I think I'm just willing to get rid of him. And if that is the case, go try and get Brock Purdy. If you can't get him, get Brock Purdy. Decent little run here. Now I'm back on the clock. James Conner, Pacheco, Swift, Kamara, Rashad White off the board. Darren Waller, that's another good pick there. Okay. Let's see what options I have here. Let's see wide receivers. Man. Do I take the chance or do I wait? I'm going to wait. No, I'm going to take... Yeah, I'm going to wait. I'm going to take James Cook now. James Cook, guy I bought not so long ago, there goes Jahan Dotson. That's who I was saying, you know what, maybe I should take Jahan. But there's some teams here that Styles doesn't have running back depth, and I think maybe that might have been one of the last guys he wanted there. So I'll take James Cook. Guy I believe getting a lot of PPR opportunity this year. And Njoku, once Watson was back, had the most red zone targets of anyone on the Browns. He's my favorite tight end if you don't get a top 5 personally. I like that. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I mean, hey, David Njoku, I think everyone on this offense is going to have a great opportunity, without a doubt. DPJ, Elijah Moore, Amari Cooper. I mean, even Nick Chubb, Jerome Ford, everyone on this team definitely could be fantasy relevant to a point where we probably never seen them before. But we said that last year, and that was what Jacoby Brissett. We were excited that you were wherever you drafted, Amari Cooper. You were buzzing. He was a fade for me. I didn't want anything to do with Amari Cooper and David Njoku in that offense. But if you did take a chance on them in the mid to late rounds, you're really buzzing there. Guy in one of my leagues sent me Jahan Dotson for Khalil Herbert. I gotta say, I didn't think that at all. He was chilling. It was Dalvin Cook, Pat Fryermuth, Antonio Gibson. So I feel like I made the right choice there because I definitely think I wouldn't have got him back to me. Or he wouldn't have came back to me, James Cook. Let's see. Pat Fryermuth was a good pick there. Let's see. I mean, I should probably get another one. I mean, what running back is he? Do I just take a shot on him now? I don't think I should. I think I might take Javonte. Nah. I mean, if you think about it, it's not exciting, right? I mean, when is he really gonna come back? What fantasy relevancy he's gonna bring me? I just feel like Brian Robinson was a better pick there, personally. Lance fell at the 9-10 in the startup I'm in right now. Where did Brock Purdy go, though, Styles? Or is he off the board? That's the question. Because if he's not off the board, then I think that's like, dang, I'd rather have taken a shot on Purdy than Trey. But obviously, hindsight's 2020. Who the Rockets go? Detroit Pistons got Ashore. I don't even know how to say this. Thompson. He's brother to Amen Thompson, who is also drafted. Interesting. After this round, we'll change to 30 seconds here at the end of this round. So Quentin Johnston, Rashad Penny, Brandon Cooks off the board. That is Jerry's third wide receiver. Tyreek Hill, Drake London, Brandon Cooks off the board. All right, I'm just going to turn that off. Doesn't really matter anymore. AJ Dillon. Once again, guys, if you're in here, haven't liked it, maybe you've been a lurker, drop a like. We can definitely pop off a best ball mock draft, or a best ball draft, excuse me, right after this if we hit our like goal of 35. So definitely drop a like. We can continue this live stream, have a little opportunity to do some best ball. That would be awesome. There goes Javonte Williams. I was thinking, man, maybe I should take him. Man, I just don't know. I know a lot of people don't like Brian Robinson, but like, would you rather have Javonte Williams for 6 games, or with still questioning his knee, or Brian Robinson? I'm taking Brian Robinson. I know you guys don't like that, but that's a hot take for me, I guess. Damian Harris, Evan Ingram, David Njoku. So we have a little run there. Quick picks. And let me just pause this. Sorry. Let me change it to 30 seconds here. All right. And then resume draft. Put 30 seconds. All right, let me just make me just a little bit smaller. Cortland, Jamal Williams at the Purdy went to 10.05. Okay, so just around in that turn. So very interesting. After round time, my Brent shuts down, shuts off. I just draft every rookie I can get my hands on. Yeah, that makes sense. So I traded my 806 startup for a 24 first in the homie lock Trey Lance. Yeah, I mean, see, there you go. Elijah Moore at the 9.7. That is a good pick. I take Elijah Moore probably in every single draft. Really want to see where he fell there. I'm just going to count where he went. And I'm also going to take another running back here. And I'll take Samaje P. Ryan. I think that's great value there for me. I'm happy to take him there. He is my RB4. All right, let's see how many wide receivers, what wide receiver Elijah Moore was. 1, 2, 3, 4. 31, 32. 47. Wide receiver 47, Elijah Moore off the board. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw our recent video. I had a hot take. Elijah Moore is like a top 20 guy for me. A top 25, excuse me, guy. There's people I would take Elijah Moore over. I'm taking him over Juju, over Zay. I mean, over all these guys. Cortland, Quinton, Cooks, Gabe Davis, Jahan Dotson, Treylon Burks, George Pickens, Tyler Lockett. I'm taking him over all these guys, all the way up to Michael Pittman, I would say. I am taking Elijah Moore over. That is a lot of guys, a lot of wide receivers I am taking him. And that is a hot take. I kind of addressed that. Like, look, I understand this is a hot take. It may not be popular. Him coming in with Deshaun Watson, having an opportunity he's never had before, I think it's extraordinary. And obviously I took Amari Cooper this round, so I didn't want to take Elijah Moore just to see where he fell. But look at the difference. Getting Amari Cooper at the 3-9, but not Elijah Moore at the 9th round, that's crazy. That's pretty crazy to me. And I believe they could potentially both finish as top 15 wide receivers. So, hey, that's just me, though. That's just me. What do I know? Devon. Yeah, I mean, our live streams on the redraft channel, we're still building it up right now, to be completely honest with you. It's been a little bit slower in this off season. But normally, once we get close to the season, a lot of people struggle to get into these mock drafts. So if you're with us now, take opportunities. Take this opportunity to get into one, and to really try and make practice. Because once we get to the end of July, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really, really tough for some people. Okay, so these tight ends went really. I'm gonna take Chick here. Just rather take him now until it gets too late. Man, that's a tough one. I'm gonna move me up. Oh. Let's move myself up here. Yeah, I could put myself there. Yeah, I mean, I think that I think there's just been a lot of unfortunate opportunities for Elijah Moore. And even when he came into, I don't know if you guys ever seen the video, but when Elijah Moore got drafted, Elijah Moore and AJ Brown obviously were really good friends. AJ Brown when Elijah Moore got drafted, was sobbing, saying like, I wouldn't be here like without you. Like, you taught me so much as an individual and as a player. He like, that's crazy. And it was, once again, it's just unfortunate kind of where he went. He had the draft capital. I thought he was going to be early second. He was literally the first pick in the second round. And he gets he gets with Zach Wilson. We all thought that was hopefully going to work out. Didn't work out. But look, maybe that's just my Elijah Moore love in me. I'm really, if I would, this is what I would say. If he is not at least a top 22 wide receiver, like minimum top 22, it's pretty much done for Elijah Moore this year. That's how I genuinely feel. And I've been riding with Elijah Moore every single year. Okay, year one, it's all right. Growing pains with Zach Wilson. Year two, Garrett Wilson comes in. That's even better. More opportunity. But Zach Wilson was still the quarterback. Didn't improve. Yeah, and then he has all these issues with the offensive coordinator. Now year three with Deshaun Watson, top 5 quarterback as an individual. Also, a guy who has made, this is the best quarterback he has played with before. Antonio Brown, that's funny. And Frank Gore, excuse me. He's back. So look, I love it, but I got to be real myself. If this is not the year, then it's just a fat GG's. Can't really do much. Cole Kmet, that's another guy I was looking at the 10-4. Now we're all trolling here. You love to see it. Isn't I live in Albany too? Yeah, that whole nonsense with Antonio Brown was funny. Kicked him out of the whatever league. Michael Thomas at the 11-6. Dang, he fell pretty far. Hey. Jacoby. Sky. Okay. Man, tight ends really just I wish I took one a little bit earlier, but I'm okay with Chig though. I'm gonna take Tank here. Still waiting on quarterbacks. Still plenty of quarterbacks here I can go with. There goes Jared Goff. Definitely one of the guys I was considering. Definitely one of the guys I really like. I mean, I right now have Jared Goff over Geno Smith. It was Anthony Richardson. I know that's also a big hot take there. But I mean, this offense is just something that you just can't disregard. Same thing with Geno's offense though. Same thing with Geno. Definitely thinking AR. There goes Anthony Richardson, Alan Lazard. I really like Alan Lazard as a late round pick here, for sure. I mean, look, he has the history with Aaron Rodgers. Maybe this is a safety blanket for Aaron Rodgers. Obviously, Garrett Wilson is going to be peppered with targets. I just think that you can see an opportunity where he can. Let me just pull this up. You can definitely see an opportunity where he can really help Aaron Rodgers. Maybe when Garrett Wilson is struggling a little bit in the first couple of weeks, so you can see Aaron Rodgers, like Alan Lazard, maybe averaging 9 to 12 fantasy points a game, maybe in the first like 6 weeks. Once again, not exciting, but a good flex option here as Marshall's 1, 2, 3, fourth wide receiver. So I mean, I guess you kind of need to get somebody there. There goes Devin Singletary. John Mechie, and I'll take DJ here. I mean, I'll go my little home route. Got the rushing upside. Go Rashee Rice. Rish. Rish. I'm liking this team. Daniel Jones, Damian Pierce, James Cook, CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Waddle, Amari Cooper. I have Debo, Christian Kirk with Chigo Quanquo there, Brian Robinson, Samaje P. Ryan, Tank Bigsby. I mean, I'm really liking it. I'm really liking it. Someone's going to take the Juju roll. Yeah. I mean, Rice, a lot of people don't like Rice. And, you know, one of my biggest conversations, I think both, I feel like I've seen in the community as well, Rice brings something different. He doesn't bring this crazy versatility. He brings a consistent outside wide receiver that can play the Y option. You know, a guy that can go up and catch and contest the ball if he really needed to. You can't do that with Tony. You can't do that with Sky. You couldn't do that with McCole or MVS. Obviously, all those guys had speed, versatility, quickness, shiftiness. Rice brings more stability in his side and in his ability to be a body wide receiver. And that's exciting for this offense. So let's see. Marshawn Lynch. My guy's really going, SS. Larry's back. Larry's back and he's doing it right. Foreman, Mooney. Another guy I like as a late round guy, Darnell Mooney. Always been a big Darnell Mooney believer, especially with DJ Moore. He could finally be in the slot. Chase Claypool on the outside. Finally, Darnell Mooney playing in the slot. I think you can see a lot of opportunity from him this year as well. So I'm really excited about that one. Aaron Rodgers there. Big old Greggy. Appreciate you guys, man. I mean, this is the last round. I mean, as that's happening, I kind of do a couple little plugs. As always, guys, flockfantasy.com/LAN. Use our promo code LAN. Get 30% off at sign up. You get so much over there, man. Articles, our rankings, exclusive content, all that stuff, man. I mean, that's also really awesome. So definitely go check that out if you guys want to support us over there. Once again, use the code LAN. That really helps us out. And then, yes, we did not do a draft today, but if you guys want to, you can support us on UnderDog. Use a promo code LAN at sign up. You deposit up to $100 over there. Definitely go check that out as well. We're not going to be doing an UnderDog draft here today. Obviously, we didn't hit the like goal, but that's all right. We'll definitely be live and be doing some more later on in next week for sure. I'm back on the clock here. Let's see who I can take. Ooh, okay. I'll take Matthew Stafford for the lulz. Get 2 quarterbacks here. But yeah, we appreciate each and every one of you guys. Make sure you drop a like on the way out as we hit this last round. I answer any last-minute questions. If you guys have any fantasy questions, anything you have in mind, I did release a video of a wide receiver that you should be avoiding in your redraft and in your UnderDog leagues. I think or UnderDog drafts. I think is really helpful. So definitely go check that out. I'll put the link in the description here as well. A lot of cool things happening here on the redraft channel, which I find really exciting. So check that out. Staying says Sky's not really being valued either. It's only recently that the rookies was going bonkers, and the past guys have to develop. Yeah, I mean, we like Sky. It just needs to get the opportunity that we are hoping for, and I think he can. I personally rather lean on Sky more over Kadarius Toney. Now, the upside with Kadarius Toney is there, without a doubt. There's no doubt that the upside is phenomenal. But I feel like in the longevity of things, if Sky Moore can be an average flex spot, rather than Kadarius Toney that has a massive ceiling, but maybe only plays one game, and you're kind of in and out of whether he's going to be playing or not, I would rather take Sky Moore. And that may sound crazy, especially going in the later rounds. I don't think he was even drafted in this. Was he drafted? Where did he go? Sky Moore. Okay, he went at the 11-8. Okay, that's fair. I looked at King Galley news the other day, and And now my feed, I get nothing but updates on him doing nothing. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, man. I told you I've been watching the last game. I'm going through each and every week, watching every single game, and obviously I watched the Giants game, and Kenny Galladay caught like 3 passes in the first game, and it was like, it was so bad, that offense in the first couple of weeks. Malik Davis, I mean, you tell me. I personally don't see too much. He's definitely could be an interesting if Tony Pollard goes down, but I'm honestly interested in Big Deuce, but we'll see. 0 wide receiver strat kind of slaps. Let's see. D Hop, Burks, Quinton, Thielen, Sky, Rice, Gallup. I mean, hey, I like the Cam Akers pick at the 6'5" for sure. I'm not a massive on Treylon Burks. I love Quinton. Obviously, I don't think he's going to be maybe the fantasy relevant wide receiver you want this year. But, hey, it's interesting for sure. What are we doing with Mingo? I mean, in dynasty perspective, you're hoping and believing that he's going to be something special, and that's what I'm doing. I mean, I have so much stock in Jonathan Mingo. The draft capital is there. He's going to be growing with Bryce Young, but in a redraft perspective, I'm not necessarily believing in him to be something extremely fantasy relevant this year. I think if there's somebody I'm really, what happened? I think if there's somebody really going to be fantasy relevant, I do believe right now I am leading Adam Thielen in the first half of the season until their bye week, until they really need to see somebody else step up. And that could be Terrace Marshall or Jonathan Mingo, but we'll see. Took RG3 at the 14-11. I remember the game when he caught one pass and the crowd bursting into WE type shit. Yeah, because all we needed was a pass. And every time they did target him, what did he do? He dropped the ball. You have to be better there, Kenny. You just have to be better. But once again, guys, we appreciate each and every one of you. Not comment down below, but like, subscribe if you've been a lurker for a little bit. We appreciate each and every one of you. Shout out to Zach. I know he's sick right now, but we'll definitely be live next week with a lot more content, a lot more fantasy underdog drafts actually next week for sure. And I think we're gonna switch it up and be live more on this channel than on the Dynasty channel. But don't mark my words, we're gonna talk about it coming into next week. But once again, appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll see you on the next one.